waiting. We would now like to continue boarding for all economy class customers.
And now, live from Hull, in association with Sheep Dip Energy Drinks, we present Henderson Doorframe of Long Division. When last we saw our hero, he was preparing to meet a mysterious contact.
I adjusted my bow tie and walked into the lounge. The room was empty apart from a beautiful woman who approached me.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'll have a hot chocolate martini, warm, not steaming. Put in a couple of shots of Marilyn Monroe in a swimsuit, some crushed dreams, and a twist again, like we did last summer. Oh, and an umbrella. It's raining outside.
Sorry, you seem to have misunderstood me. You're in my lounge. Of my house. How the hell did you get in here?
Half an hour later, I walked into the cocktail lounge of the A14 Little Chef, where I spotted my contact, one of the boffins from Short Division. I knew it was her immediately, as she was still wearing her matching lab coat and Wellingtons. As she sat there, absent-mindedly nursing a small hedgehog back to health, I adjusted my bow tie and went over.
Ah, there you are, Commander. You're late. What kept you?
Ran into some trouble with an enemy agent. We fought in his cold store refrigeration unit, where he kept his ice. I thought I was a goner.
Good Lord! How did you escape?
I kicked him in the ice hole.
Well, you're certainly a lot more flexible than people give you credit for. Now, what can you tell me about Lady Gaga?
Well, let's see. Dame Elizabeth Lady Gaga. Born 18th of June 1945 on the 1st of October 1970. Sold millions of records out of the back of her transit van before becoming an international singing star. Unique style of dress, she stands 19 feet in her socks. Real teeth, false gums, and a member of the Christian Bale Methodist Church. Is she my next assignment?
No, I'm going to a pub quiz tonight and she's bound to come up in the questions. Your next assignment is the Cornish diplomat Vladimir Ginster. Distinguishing features include 4 legs and 2 horns, on account of him being an African antelope. Do you know him?
Vlad the Impala. Yes, we've had some run-ins in the past. Well, he was running. I was chasing him in a Land Rover across the African savannah, Georgia.
They named their savannah Georgia?
Yes, mixed-race parents. Father was from Sweden, whilst the mother was the 200-metre hurdles. What's our interest in Vlad?
He has some overdue library books.
Surely that's a job for the library police.
Ordinarily, yes, but one of the books is the latest in the 50 Shades of Grey series, and the chief is waiting for it.
Understood.
Now, my fellow boffins at Short Division have been working on this.
Looks cunning. What is it?
It's something to incapacitate your enemy for a short while.
It looks like a ham and mayonnaise sandwich.
It is a ham and mayonnaise sandwich, Commander. Offer it to your enemy, and when they take a bite, wallop. Mayonnaise all down their top. And whilst they're trying to get the grease stain out, you can take care of them with this Uzi 9mm.
It's a bit on the small side, isn't it?
It is only 9mm long, hence the name. But it'll be undetectable as you pass through Frinton International Airport. To be honest, it doesn't do much damage, but whilst they're recovering from the shock, you can finish them off with these. The collected speeches of Nigel Farage. They'll be so bored, they'll slash their own wrists.
Ingenious. It's amazing what you boffins at Short Division come up with.
Good luck, Commander. And a word of advice? The next time you're out, maybe wear the whole tuxedo and not just the bow tie.
A day later, I charged into the chief's office, a furious look on my face. What the hell happened out there, Chief? The operation on the enemy agent was a complete bust, but they only did one breast, and now she has to iron her shirts over a teacup.
Away there, canny lad. Sorry, I diver catch your name, like. Take a seat, bonny lad. Why, aye.
My years of training told me that this wasn't the chief, so I decided to play it cool until I knew more. I narrowed my I's, crossed my T's, and my R's tightened naturally. The pleasure's all mine, but I'll stand, thank you. Who are you? What are you doing behind that desk? And who's in charge here?
Well, canny lad, I'm the new deputy chief. I'm the new deputy chief, and that would be the new deputy chief. I hope that answers your questions, like. Although not necessarily in that order, like.
His accent was incredibly strong and not easy to place.
I see. And where's the chief?
I might be new to the job, son, but I'd prefer it if ya would put the bass down a bit.
There was something in his voice that I couldn't quite put my finger on, which was probably to do with the foreign accent. However, I unstrapped the guitar and laid it in its case. The new deputy chief continued.
That's better, like. Nah, the chief is taking a well-deserved holiday, sampling the delights and sunshine in the south of Wales. And while he's away, like, I'm in charge. My name is Sir Norman St. James's Park, and as ye can probably tell, like, I'm from the northeast. Why, aye.
I see. And when will the chief be back?
In about 3 weeks, or until he runs out of money, like, in the casinos of Caswell Bay. Why, aye.
Just then, the door swung open and in marched the chief.
The chief! Good to see you, sir.
Yes, I am, isn't it? Good, you're here, Doorframe. Let me have a word with Sir Norman. I'll be right with you. Everything all right here, Sir Norman?
Aye, aye, bonny lad, aye. Everything's as right as rayin.
Good, good. I see you've had a change around of my office.
Aye, aye. Well, I'm left-handed, you see, so I put the toilet roll holder on the other side, like. But don't worry, I'll make sure I'll put back like before, like.
Excellent, but why the new window?
Well, I like a bit of light when I'm working, like.
That's all well and good, but why install it in the door of the cubicle?
Well, I don't like being disturbed, like. So I thought that if people could see me doing my paperwork, then they wouldn't bother me, like. Unfortunately, now the toilet roll is more to hand, they can also see me doing my paperwork. If you know what I mean, like. Why, aye.
Yes, well, we'll let you get on with your business. You may have to double flush just to be on the safe side.
Why, aye.
Any problems, and there is a coat hanger in a plastic bag behind the cistern. Use plenty of soap afterwards. Come along, Doorframe. The boffins at Short Division want to debrief you, and they've asked if I want to watch.
I don't trust him, sir.
Nor do I, Commander. I don't think he'll use enough soap. I won't be shaking his hand anytime soon.
What about putting a trace on his calls, sir?
That's a good idea. See to it, would you, Commander?
Right away, sir.
Is it? Well, that would explain why you seem to be walking unevenly. Yes, I thought your trousers looked a bit skewed. But don't worry, I'll get the boffins at Short Division onto it.
Thank you, sir. I'll sort out that trace for you now.
I walked down to the surveillance department and opened the door.
I need a trace on the new deputy chief's calls, please.
I'll do it, darling. But I prefer to be called Tracy Jade, if you don't mind. I know my human rights.
Apologies. Where is the other trace? The one who usually takes care of this?
She's got the day off. Women's problems.
I see. Cramps?
No, it's not an STD, you dirty bugger. Nah, she's got the decorators in.
What a delightful turn of phrase.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, she's having a conservatory painted, and they've gone and done it the wrong colour. It was supposed to be Essex orange, and they've done it I buys the brown.
Well, as stunning as it has been talking to you, I'd better leave you to get on with your work.
Oh, thanks, darling. I'll get that all sorted for you. See ya.
The next day, I walked into the chief's office.
Come in!
All had been put back to its original positions, just as the deputy chief had promised, and the chief was just putting the plunger away before taking his seat. That's all done, sir.
Yes, I think that's got it. Took 3 flushes to shift that monster, though.
I meant the trace on the call, sir.
Oh, right. Good. Well done, Commander. Any trouble?
I was attacked last night by an enemy agent who came at me with a comb and paper combination, sir. But I managed to subdue him.
How did you manage that?
I punched him in the kazoo, sir.
Your anatomical knowledge never ceases to amaze me, Doorframe. Now, to business. We've had reports from the Met Office about a potential new threat to the nation. Have you heard of something called summertime?
Only whispers, sir, but it sounds serious. What is it?
As you know, Commander, we live on an island in the northern hemisphere, and as a result we endure a subarctic climate, the culmination of which is an above-average amount of precipitation or rainfall. However, around halfway through the year, usually from May to September, we hear rumors of this thing, summertime. All speculation, of course, brought on by the media and fueled by the tourist board and garden centres. We get the odd day of sunshine here and there, just enough to convince the general public that getting their pale, white bodies out in the fresh air is a good idea, to turn them bright red, whilst everyone else complains that it's too hot. But then it rains again, and the status quo is restored when they release another album. But now, Commander, we've had 4 days of unbroken, cloudless sunshine. 4 days. We suspect a plot.
Good Lord, sir. Why?
4 days, Doorframe. We're not used to it. The heat, our shirts sticking to our sweaty backs, sleeping under a sheet instead of a duvet. People are wilting. There's even talk of having siestas in the afternoons, for heaven's sake.
Good Lord, sir.
The economy is under threat. Supermarkets are even thinking of diluting their bottled water just to make it go further. If this goes on for 5 or even 6 days, then the consequences could be catastrophic. We'll be ripe for an invasion, and too sleepy to mount any sort of defense.
I could tell that this was serious. The chief furrowed his brow and planted some potatoes there. I could see he was thinking as he stroked his moustache, which lay quietly in its basket. Are there any suspects, sir?
Well, originally we thought it was Fu Manchuing.
The takeaway owner on the high road, sir?
And job-share Chinese warlord, yes. But now we suspect our new deputy chief might have a hand in it.
Sounds nasty, sir, and more than a little hygienic. What do you need me to do, sir?
I need you to fly immediately to Paris, and from there you'll fly direct to Scunthorpe International Airport, where a rickshaw will meet you. You will accompany Mr. Shaw, and he will take you to the train station, where you will board the overnight train back here to London, where you can pick up your new company vehicle from the boffins at Short Division. It's the latest Mini.
Excellent, sir. What is it? A Cooper? A Clubman?
It's a modified 2-litre Mini bar, Commander. Now get going.
And with that, I could tell that the meeting was over. I had to fly to Paris, France immediately, and so without a moment to lose, I leapt out of the window, flapped my arms, and flew off.
What will happen next to our intrepid hero? Will the unseasonably warm weather signal the end of the British Empire? Or will Henderson save the day once more? Find out next time in the next episode entitled Henderson Doorframe Saves the Day Once More!
That was episode 4 of Henderson Doorframe of Long Division, with Jan Kelly and Jim Thompson supplying the acrobatic voices, and Steve Hannum was also in the production. The script was written and produced by Steve Hannum.